Guys, I had a supermodel in my chair. A supermodel. This story is going to be so good. Hey, DP Beauties, welcome back to my channel. And if this is your first time here, my name is Donna Prescott. I am the CEO and founder of Donna Prescott Beauty. I've been based in the Crown Heights area for over 13 years. Oh my God. You guys, check my website out to see all the beautiful things that Donna Prescott Beauty is all about. I wanted to shout out my OG DP Beauties. And if you're new around here, get used to it. DP Beauties are the tribe, okay? Thank you guys for always joining me week after week, showing me love, sharing, liking, leaving comments below. And to the new DP Beauties on board, I am so grateful to have you here. So let's get into this recap for the month of May. If you guys didn't know, I started to go through this transition in January of this year, January 2026. This year, they say, is the year of the horse, and it's been so much going on. We started the year off with our annual vision board brunch event, and I closed down my salon location that I was operating out of, but Donna Prescott Beauty is still going. So this month has been about protecting my peace. I've been building out the 2 new business concepts that I am going to launch this year. But with this revamp, we're going into a direction that I haven't announced as yet. And many people are wondering, like, what is it, Donna? What is it that you're going into? But it's still around the beauty industry, and still around something that I'm still very passionate about. I am just no longer offering hair services, okay? But I'm still here. And that has been my focus for this past month. I have been really intentional about pouring into me, making sure that my mind, my body, my soul is just aligning with the things that I'm doing. Something I've noticed about myself, and this might be a little bit of personal and business, that, sometimes we go through things that we don't really process a lot of, and we find ourselves living in survival mode. So I've been so intentional about, regulating my nervous system and coming out of survival mode. So this has been a big thing for me. Yay. And I am just so glad to be in this space, just doing everything that I actually really love. I feel like this month has really tested my patience, my discipline, and my mindset overall. And I've been taking a lot of walks. I love hiking, so I find these beautiful hike trails, and I just go out in nature, get some sun on my skin, fresh air, and I just walk, and I just feel so good. I've been getting a lot of business books and self-help books and reading. I've been diving into podcasts. Another thing that I'm so excited about is everything that's happening with AI, and that has gotten me so excited because I am tapping into that. I've been learning, okay? I've been really sitting and learning, and I can't wait to share with you guys what I've done with that and how it's helped my business in such a tremendous way. So that was pretty much me. And I feel like I haven't told you guys a story time in a minute. So today I'm going to give you guys a short story, a story time about the time that a supermodel sat in my chair and I did a hair. So let's dive into this story time. So back in 2021, I think it was, I got a new client who sat in my chair. It was an older lady, and she came in to have a wig installed. And I did my thing. The service turned out to be amazing. We chit chatted up a little bit. It was a very smooth and pleasant experience. And man, even I was so proud of my work. You know how sometimes you be doing something for a minute, and then just this one time, or like you just have these moments where it's like, it's so good, and you're like, damn, I did my thing. That was one of those moments, okay? Anyway, she left, and then she messages me maybe a couple of weeks later, and she says, hey, I have someone who wants to get the service done, and is it okay for me to book that person for the service? So I was like, yeah, of course, sure. I'm in the business of new clients, so come on, new person. So she books this appointment for the person, and the day of the appointment, I wasn't sure who to expect, but then this beautiful melanin chocolate women walks into the salon, and I'm like, oh wow, you're so beautiful. She was confident and she was so sweet. I was just like, wow. She came in and she was like, yes, my mom was the person who booked the appointment for me, and she she was telling me about like how she was gagging over the style that I did for her mom. She was like, we was in the house talking about, oh my God, mom, what lace, what lace? And I was cracking up because I'm like, oh, I'm so glad that she really liked the service. So now the daughter is here. She sits in my chair and she's like, hey, that's the type of install that I want. Okay. So I think I installed a Bob lace front unit for her. Now, this time around, the service also was really good. We was chatting it up here and there, things were moving smoothly, and I was just like, oh, this is great. But at that time, I was in the space where I did like many photo shoots for my hair brand during that time. So again, with her being in my chair, I was like, would you consider modeling for a hair shoot? And she's like, yeah, of course I would. And I'm like, well, I have a shoot coming up soon and I would really love to have you in it. Like, whatever that looks like, can we like talk about details around it and whatnot? So she gave me her phone number and she was like, just message me when you're ready and we'll talk about the details of what that would look like. Fast forward to when I was ready to have the shoot, which wasn't like very far, like maybe a couple months, 2, 3, 4 months down the line. So I sent her a text message, telling her, hey, it's Donna. Remember we spoke about the modeling. And if you know me, I am very polite, very well mannered, very professional, very respectable. Okay. And I sent her my nice note just with a little reminder, and I was just asking her, would she be available for such and such dates, and what were the details that she would need. And I told her the details that I would need, right? All right. So then I noticed a couple of days went by and I got no response. So I eventually sent a follow-up, which got no response as well. And then I was like, oh my God, like, if she wasn't interested, why did she give me her phone number? And why did she say yes? Like, anyway, that's life. Sometimes people are straight up, they tell you what it is, and then sometimes people just don't really tell you what it is, and then you find out however you find out. So of course, knowing me, I was like, oh, maybe I should text her mom. So I reached out to the mom and I was telling her like, hey, this was what had happened between me and the daughter, and she had told me reach out, and I've reached out and I'm not hearing anything. So just in case, you could just let her know that I'm trying to reach out to her, and if she's still interested, let me know. So the mom says, hey Donna, thank you for considering us and thank you for reaching out to us, but at the moment, she doesn't have like the availability to get it done. So I was like, bummers, but I had to accept it, right? So that was that. Let me tell you, a couple of months down the line, I randomly see this post on Instagram and I'm like, I know this girl. Man, she turned out to be a supermodel. And I was gasping. I was like, oh my God. And I'm telling everybody I could possibly tell. I'm forwarding it to my cousins. And I'm just like, look, this was the girl that came into this line I was telling you about. And oh my gosh, she's a supermodel. Man, she walked in the fashion show for Victoria's Secret and for so many top brands. Vogue. I mean, names that I don't even know. Versace, Louis Vuitton. Like, I started going down a rabbit hole of campaigns that this girl was in. And I just was like, no wonder. It was a hard no. It was such a moment, but I just was like, look at that. Like, I definitely had a supermodel in my chair. And it's one of the moments that I will always remember inside of my beauty journey. So that's my story time. Hope you guys enjoyed it. So guys, I want to shout out a product that's been really helping me through this whole month. I started taking it at the beginning of May, and I've noticed a drastic difference in my mobility. I don't know if it's something about getting older, but man, when I tell you, if I stand for too long, if I sit for too long, if I lay down for too long, I get up and I'm feeling stiff, okay? Like my bones feel creaky and I feel like I'm taking 100 years to just stand and just like feel normal again. And I told you guys I do a lot of walking, right? So this product, it's called Move. It's a vitamin and supplement that is made of these things that are listed right here on the screen. And man, it promises for you to feel the difference in 5 days. And I swear I did feel the difference. And now that it's a month that I've been on this, it has made such a drastic change with my wrists, my elbow, my knees, my ankles. Like, if you know, I stand for countless hours in the salon. I walk miles when I'm hiking, and I love to rest as well. But this has been really amazing for my joints. So I hope you guys had an amazing month of May as well. And I look forward to our new month and all the new updates that we're going to bring you. Thank you guys for always coming along on the journey with me. I really am grateful for each and every one of you DP Beauties. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I am still trying to grow to my 1,000 my 1,000 subscribers. That was 2025 goal, and I'm still in the 800s. Come on, guys, smash that like button, especially when you watch the videos. Help girl out. Anyway, guys, enjoy the new month that's coming, and thank you, and see you next chat.